My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 7th, 2024. It is 2:42 a.m. I was not gonna record tonight because there wasn't that many good topic going on Twitter. Then my usual time, I got up and then I went on Twitter and I saw there were something new was popping up regarding Prince Harry. So I decided to put some stuff together for you guys. I'm probably gonna have two different of videos. The Harry appeal, I just find out, and these are to be tweets. I'm probably gonna have them on a separate video, and these were the ones that I started putting together earlier today, but they were not that important. It's just noises. So I think I'm gonna do this one first, the appeal, and then depending on how I feel after I do the recording, I might do these. So let's look at some of the numbers and then we can go on Twitter. Oops. Okay, 4,267 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue $183.93. Check my previous videos regarding the estimate if you care. I don't expect anybody to watch the first few minutes of the beginning of my videos anyway. This is just for record purposes. There were some issues with the numbers, with the estimate that I raised in my videos. So if you care, you could go check it out. Feel free to skip these, okay? Analytics, 1,159 views in the last 48 hours. I didn't have a video yesterday for this channel. My video was on, I believe, PYTE. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. So that's why the number is kind of low. All right, so this I added on the list. It's probably on the second video, but no, actually I added on the first one regarding William not wearing ring. So I might squeeze it up with Harry's appeal, right? But it's not the first one. It's not the first tweet. So this is the first one, okay, regarding Reuters page. All right, Reuters talk about it. Prince Harry has been given permission to appeal against the rejection of his legal challenge to the British government's decision to take away his police protection when he is in Britain, his lawyer said. Okay, I'll go into that. I have it open already, so this is that here. Okay, Prince Harry wins right to challenge UK police protection ruling. Okay, June 6, 2024. London, June 6, Reuters. Prince Harry has been given permission to appeal against the rejection of his legal challenge to the British government's decision to take away his police protection when he is in Britain, his lawyer said on Thursday. Harry, King Charles' younger son, started the action after the Home Office, the ministry responsible for policing, deciding in February 2020 he will not automatically receive personal police protection while in Britain. In February, the High Court in London ruled that decision was lawful and dismissed Harry's case, and in April refused him permission to challenge that ruling in a higher court. However, the Court of Appeal has now said it will hear his challenge following a direct application from Harry's lawyer, who said Harry had been granted permission to appeal. They were trying to block him every way that he can. I spoke about it in one of them, even though I was trying to understand why the court had gone along with Charles and Williams to do that to him. But you see the evilness within that decision. Okay, so it was a batch job to prevent him to pay for his own police. The main thing here, First, Harry served, okay? That's one thing. He served his country, risked his life. Second, he is the son of a king. His life, the threat level, it's not like it's hypothetical speaking. It is facts. There are people who have gone to jail because of threat that they have put against him and his little family. For his father and brother to feel he doesn't need that, that's pure evil. Okay, so let's continue. However, the Court of Appeal has now said it will hear his challenge following a direct application from Harry's lawyer, who said Harry had been granted permission to appeal. Harry, along with other senior royals, had received full publicly funded security protection before he stepped back from his royal duties and moved to California with his American wife, Meghan, in March 2020. The Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, known as RAVIC, then decided Harry will no longer receive the same level of protection. Judge Peter Lane had concluded that RAVIC was entitled to reach this conclusion and ordered that he should pay 90% of the Home Office reasonable costs in defending the case, though the government's total outlaw was not stated, and granted permission for an appeal. Judge David Bean said he was persuaded, not without hesitation, that Harry's challenge on the ground that RAVIC had not followed its own stated policy had a real prospect of success. And then the other thing as well, bringing this to light to see some of the people that Harry then know were part of RAVIC were all mixed up in his own personal and with the royal family. These should have been completely separate entities. Different set of group of people should have different set of eyes to be in those positions. But they all mixed up. Go through past videos. Some are in PYTE because I started covering these things before I had this channel. So go to PYTE. The case against the government is one of several high-profile legal battles Harry has brought in the High Court, with his other involving lawsuit against major players in the British press. Get the latest news. Oh, so that was that. This is the conclusion. Get the latest news and expert analysis about the state of the global economy. So that's different story. So this was that. Okay, the link will be in the description anyway. Alright, so there's my comment here. This is what happens when you have a different set of eyes to review things like this. Common sense seems lacking in that island. At least the appeal judge or judges got it right. Let's see what happened the next step. This one I blocked it, but this is what I wrote here. Yeah, anything wrong with that? You're probably one of those who were pretending crying when his mom passed. Something is not right with people like you. Alright, so let me go to the next one. It's talking about the same thing as well, but there's no article. It's just a screenshot. Okay, breaking news: Prince Harry finally granted his appeal. Prince Harry. Okay, so that's from PA Media. Breaking: the Duke of Sussex has been given the green light to appeal against a High Court ruling dismissing his challenge over a decision to change the level of his personal security when he visited the UK by a Court of Appeal judge. Breaking news. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, because when the thing that I just read said that the previous judge ordered Harry to pay 90% of the legal fees for the opposite, RAVIC, whatever, for bringing the case. What do they have against Harry? What do they have against Harry for him to be doing all of this? Okay, I don't know. It just crossed my mind as I'm reading these things. Why do they feel like he doesn't need the protection? And then let's not forget, there was another thing that his father had said, that if something happened to him, it's like, I'm paraphrasing right now, it's like, it won't matter to people or something like that. Meanwhile, him, who is the king, you would thought there would be more importance of. He's not doing shit for the people. He's not doing a damn thing. But Harry himself, distance from being king, because there's so many people in front of him, he's doing more tangible things than his father and brother combined for the people. All right. So did I finish with that? Breaking, the Duke of Sussex has given the green light to appeal against a High Court ruling dismissing his challenge over a decision to change the level of his personal security when he visited the UK by a Court of Appeal judge. Breaking news, there's that. He already there they are here. He already enjoys undeserved wealth. Undeserved? He worked his butt up for it. He worked for everything he has. He deserves it. Shit. Let me pause for a second. Alright, let me finish with it. I had to respond because sometimes when you see things like that, you have to respond. Alright, he already enjoyed undeserved wealth and privilege at our expense. Now he wants the security services to be available in case he decided to pop over to the UK for a visit, to do work. Okay, even the last time he went to the UK, it was for work, for people, the vets. You fool. Okay, there's me here. Undeserved wealth, LOL. Of all people, Harry deserves everything he has. He works for everything you see him have. I can't say the same about the rest of the royal family. Something is not right with you for you to see Harry, of all people, don't deserve what he has. You are a fool. There was something I wanted to add. Okay, so let me read it again because I changed some stuff. Undeserved wealth, LOL. Of all people, Harry, we're here. See, I need to do some changes again. Let's change this for 4 because alright, this is what I mean. Sometimes I have to change things for words into numbers. Okay, undeserved wealth, LOL. Of all people, Harry deserves everything he has. He works for everything you see him have. I can say the same about the rest of the royal family. Something is not right with you for you to see Harry, of all people, don't deserve what he has. He wants to pay for the protection he's fighting for. You are a fool. Alright, so there's that. Let's read some of the comment below it. Yes, like the rest of his family, he deserves this country and it is at risk from both terrorists and due to his proximity to the British head of state, you numpty. If you have a problem with undeserved wealth of royals, that's an issue to take up with your MP. Right, you know, you wish he was the heir and William the spare, but we have Harry now and we're delighted. Okay, Harry was the only one of the royal family I had any respect for. Then, as a multimillionaire in his 30s, he started complaining that his daddy stopped his pocket money. That's when I realized he was no different from the rest of the... Okay, so this one needs to respond too. Okay, so I really had to manipulate this a lot because all of my original idea can't fit. Right now I have 6 character left to put here. Let's see here. The pocket money. Okay, so let's read what this person wrote here. Harry was the only one of the royal family I had any respect for. Then, as a multi-millionaire in his 30s, he started complaining. What? That his daddy stopped his pocket money. What? That's when I realized he was no different from the rest of the self-observed and over-entitled mob, but they're all the same. So this is my response here. Let's see if it makes sense. The pocket money you're talking about was for work he did for the firm. The projects he created as working royal all were his ideas. Harry had to be paid for that. Charles wasn't paying him a lot. Harry had to buy at bargain stores. That's the TK Maxx thing. I can fit all of that. If William, so now that I have 6 characters left, I could put space here. If William and King Charles didn't kick him out, work he's doing now will be for the firm. All right, so that's that. So someone here said that wasn't pocket money. That's right. All right, so let's go back, and I'm back to what this fool, the same person again, wrote. Why he's not at your expense. He's the only one you're not paying for anymore. He's a tax-paying citizen of the USA. He can change his birthright. Offering to pay for what he cannot control is a reasonable solution. You will do the same in his situation. Okay, he served his country, didn't he? He was also born into the family that they are well aware of the security risks to him and his wife and children. If the pedo Andrew can have security, Harry can. Okay, throughout this week, I was reading, they probably on some of my videos. I probably will make these videos like public tomorrow, but the ones that I'm making reference to, already scheduled for other dates. Is that throughout the week I was reading things about how Charles is paying for Andrew security. So that alone, if Charles can do that for his brother, okay, Harry can do that for himself as well. Okay, he served his country, I just read that. As a blood prince of the UK, let him be safe and allow him to pay for his private security expenses. Okay, he does nothing at our expense. Okay, so there's that. Well, he does, because there's charities in the UK he still support. Okay, you have Well Child, you have Scotty Little Soldiers. You may not have anyone that you know that benefit from that, from those charities, but he still does things in the UK. All right. So any charities that he's helping, it's one less for the taxpayers to deal with, or the parents of those people who affected by those charities, you know, get an extra help. They should argue of Duke of York ex-wife getting a palatial protected residence, and Prince Harry is denied that too. It's imperative every single missed opportunity is optimized at this stage. Aim should be to win and set precedent to the next generation that they just cannot throw people to suit them. Alright, as much as I want him to win, we already know the answer to the decision. Let's see. I don't know. We shall see. Well, at this point, I don't think that Harry even cares about any of it. He will only visit the UK when he feels like it, and forget about Meghan ever visiting the UK unless it's for a funeral. Okay, I very doubt it. Even for funeral, she's done. The Queen was the last one for her. Fighting to finish. More money for the lawyers. Cool. Get them, darling boy. Good news. Great news. Yes. Yeah, you mean you have to spend money to win. Alright, so that's that. This is the last one that somebody bothered. I don't know what is this, but let me finish my last one. And then I'll do another video that has nothing to do with Harry's things. So there's that here. Prince William told Kate and the public from the very beginning that he will never wear his wedding ring. It is the one promise he's dutifully kept. Alright, so she retweeted that. Is William not wearing a wedding ring? Does he normally not wear one? Alright, so this person probably didn't know. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, him not wearing ring. They claim it was something. It's like tradition. I don't know. He gives some BS and people bought it. Alright, so there's me here. Alright, Princess Di and Kate work for the firm. My only problem with Charles and Will is that they didn't tell the women the truth. Like, for instance, look, I'm only marrying you, so you could produce an heir for me, you for the firm, this, whatever. This is for the public. And then once we finish do public things, you know, you accompany me to places and whatever. Then once we get home, you do your separate things privately. People don't need to see you with other people. Same as William as well, or Charles as well. Do your other things privately. Nobody needs to know. Right? But they didn't tell them the truth. Because there are women who will agree to that. There are women who will agree to that. But they didn't tell them the truth. Alright, so that's what this means here. I can't explain all of this in the 140 character. Alright. If they told the truth, they were for the firm, that's the women they're marrying to, either they agree or disagree. Then find one who will go along with it. Di will probably disagree, that's Princess Diana. Kate probably will agree, knowing that she chased William for almost 10 years. Okay, and then when William decided to marry her, she said yes, after all this public humiliation and everything else. Alright, so I continue here. There are women will play along with their BS while both parties go enjoy their lives with their real love. But they lie to the women. Then they go enjoy their lives with other women, yet their wives can do the same. If the wives do, the firm smear their names, that's not fair. Okay, one person like it. I just did it 31 minutes ago. It's not unusual in the traditional Church of England ceremony which William had, there's no ring for the groom. Philip didn't wear one, nor did Charles with Diana. I don't know if he does now with Camilla. I mean, they know. William and Charles knew they did not love the women they were marrying. Okay, the ones that they showed the public, that lavish wedding, this type of thing, horse and carriages. William and Charles did not love these women. So at least they kept that and said they're not gonna wear the ring. But the only problem is they didn't tell the women why they were marrying them for. And then they went on to abuse them. That's not fair. Like I said, if they told them the truth, I'm sure, like I said, Kate will probably agree. If they told Princess Diana, I'm pretty sure Princess Diana would say no. She would not go. She didn't even want to continue the marriage. It's because people talk her into it.
Talking to his ex on the telephone.
She heard him on the telephone saying to Camilla, whatever happens, I will always love you. And that's before he went off to Australia. And we have famous footage of her crying as he climbs aboard his plane.
At the time, the press just figured Diana was sad to see him go. But in reality, she was wondering if she should call the whole thing off. Andrew Morton says just 2 days before the wedding, Diana asked her sisters if she should back out.
And they said to her, you know, too late, Dutch. Your face is on the tea towels now, which is all the souvenir tea towels. You can't chicken out.
Her sisters walk her into it because all those other things were already done. She should have gone with her idea, with her original thought. Maybe she will still be alive. Then again, the world will probably never know her. Alright? But they forced her to go along with it. She made the best of it. And then we got those two boys. Now we see the pure difference between both of them. Alright? One, the same thing as the father. And the other one, the same thing as Princess Diana. And we see the kind of humanitarian work that Princess Diana would have done if she was still alive. But they cut her life short. And then there's Harry, who's continuing. And then you have the brother and the father who wants to end that. I mean, come on. Alright, so if they told the women they were marrying the truth, maybe, alright, things would have been different. Nobody would be complaining if you're seeing with other women and things like that. Okay, privately that would be. But for the public, you show up with the person, you did the lavish wedding, you show the world this is your wife or whatever. Alright, when you're going in public, that woman accompanying you. But privately, you do your trip wherever you're gonna go. Privately, you sleep next to. Privately, nobody needs to know all of that. Alright, so there's that. The Prince of Wales wear no wedding ring. His dad did not either. We know why. They didn't love the women. He married his stalker, incredibly creepy. Perhaps he woke up too late to get out of it. I mean, he knew what he was doing. From what I've heard, allegedly, some of the women he wanted to marry, they all said no. And you can understand now, seeing the type of a person he is. I think it's old-fashioned nowadays, but was less common in the past in the UK for men to wear them. My dad never did, nor a lot of men of his age. William probably doesn't because his dad told him not to. He doesn't seem to hold a single thought of his own and his baldy head. Who knows? I don't know. I don't wear my wedding ring. My husband, I just don't like things on my skin. That's the only thing. Both of our rings are on the same place by our nightstand. Alright, but we commit to each other. Alright, well, now there's this. Never had one. Exactly. Everyone knows really like dipping his wick in non-company ink. So I forgot to do a prayer, the original recording, so I did this prayer for protection. Lord God, Heavenly Father, you know that we are set in the midst of so many and great dangers that by reason of the frailty of our nature, we cannot always. Alright, so let's look at this one. Okay, prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The Lord of God directs me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. So may God continue to protect Harry and his little family. May God grant him all the things that he knows is best for Harry and his family on this earth, because the things that his blood family is doing to him are unnecessary, and we look forward for your protection. This is the ultimate protection that he needs. We leave everything to you. Okay, so let's get back to the original recording because I forgot to add this prayer. Thank you for watching. Oh my God. Alright, so that's that. Alright, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And I will do another video that has nothing to do with Harry's appeal. Alright, so I'm gonna continue with the list that I sort of started yesterday. Alright, so that said, let's refresh to see if the numbers change. No, it did not. Okay, so thank you for watching.
I'm not ready for this.
In February 1981, Charles and Diana came out to announce their engagement to the world.
Just delighted and happy.
No one knew it at the time, but the first interview they gave as a couple was an ominous sign of things to come.
I'm amazed that she's been brave enough to take me on. And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
I was brought up in the sense that, you know, when you got engaged with someone, you loved them. And the most extraordinary thing is we had this ghastly interview the day we announced our engagement, and this ridiculous ITN man said, "Are you in love?" So I thought, what a thick question. So I said, yes, of course we are, in the sort of fat, stern ranger that I was. And Charles turned around and said, what ever in love means. And that threw me completely. I thought, what a strange question.
How strange you thought.
God, how does it traumatise me?
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.